On today's episode of Two Man Meta, we're going to crack open the Battletech Essentials box. Now, this is essentially a new beginner's box. This is a Target exclusive. So, let's crack it open. Now, being a beginner box, it's not great value for money, and being as it's only available in the US at the moment, you're not going to get a good deal on it in the UK. So, first off, we've got a code. I won't be using this, so, comment in the comment section what you spent it on if you used it. So, first off, we have our little book, these little novellas. I love these, set in the Succession Wars. I gotta say, I will always think these are awesome. Like, just getting that extra bit of lore, even in a starter box, is just really nice. So, then we have the essentially watered down or shortened sheets for your battle mechs. So we have a Centurion, a Wolverine, a Thunderbolt, and a Rifleman. So nothing spectacular there, they are what they are, they're just to get started. Now, that looks bad. So the way these have been stored in this box, these are like Pringles. So that's the first bad thing I've had to say about one of these boxes, really, I think. But it's not too bad. So we've got some pilot cards there. It's not particularly fascinating. We have, as ever, the terrible dice that are instantly discarded. We'll move on to the mechs in a little bit, but first let's see what we've got in the rest of the box. So we've got quick start rules. This is for classic Battletech to get you playing. So we've got standard rules. Does this contain rules for the board? So we've got a guide to the inner sphere, really boiled down version, but nice little poster. Aha, here we go. Solaris arena map rules. In this starter box, something nice that they've done is they've kind of gamified the board, so you can play one-on-one battles with your mechs using the classic rules to learn the game. But it's like an arena-style combat of like two mech warriors fighting it out on TV, essentially. I really like this because it gives you a reason to only use one mech each. It's just a nice starting point. I'm also very impressed that we have stable rules. So you can add a little bit of flavour to the mechs straight away just by saying, oh, well, now I'm playing, I represent this stable from this house, from this part of the inner sphere, which is really nice. So we have cardboard. I'm always a fan of these standees, just because, it's a cheap way to throw extra mechs into the game straight away for beginners without adding extra charge. So we've got markers for the essentially gamified stadium, as I've said. So these markers show where different walls are raised as they come up and down in the arena, which I think is really cool. Got some light and heavy terrain, and on the back, hard packed gravel, which is new, so I'm a big fan of that. Anytime we can get extra new hexes is just cool, and light terrain on the back. This is also one of the cool parts. So here you can see your arena with numbers on the walls to denote which ones are raised and which aren't. So this side of the battle map isn't going to be useful to you unless you're playing this, because it doesn't have hexes all the way up to the edges, as you can see. It's just the arena. And on the rear, you've got a more standard map, which is nice because then you can at least use it for other things. And it's got a lot of hard packed gravel on it, which adds to the terrain you can use for your normal battles. So I'm really impressed with this. again, I'm only impressed with it on the fact that if you compare it to a beginner box, it's something a little bit different, and it acts as its own game essentially with the arena combat system. All in all, I think that is, pretty good for what it is. Would I buy this over the beginner box if I had to pick? It's kind of a toss-up. I'm a bit of a completionist, so I'd end up buying both, because the second edition Merc box has the unique model in it that you can't get anywhere else at the moment. The first edition box doesn't have anything unique to it. This box doesn't have any unique models, but it does have that unique map, and it is a nicer way to learn, I guess, because you can immediately play a game that feels like a complete game with one-on-one battle arena mech wars sort of thing. So I think that's a really good intro point for like complete noobs, or like getting the kids into it, something like that. Doesn't come with Alpha Strike cards, which is a bit disappointing. I'm always a fan of getting extra Alpha Strike cards, but again, these mechs, you're going to get them in the card packs if you go out and buy those. So we have the Rifleman. Now, I really like this mech because it's something a little bit different. The upper torso is a lot more mech than, going by the normal biped structure. It's not got proper arms, they're just cannons essentially built into the side of it. I just love it as well with the spoiler on the back there. That's just amazing. This is a model that I really wanted to pick up, so I'm happy that that's in here. And then the Centurion. This guy, the model's pretty nice, to be fair. There's a bit of a stylisation on it with whatever the top mohawk is called. I can't think off the top of my head. I'm not a big fan of the hands on it, but the cannon's okay. I'm feeling that. It's a nice little model. It's not one of my favourites, but the Rifleman I'm really excited to have. Both of these guys are available in Force packs, so you could just skip this one altogether if you're just trying to pick up mechs. And if you're looking to buy into the game to learn to play it, this isn't what I'd recommend to start off with. If you want to play Alpha Strike at all, or if you just want to learn to play, probably just jump in with the Alpha Strike box. You get a lot of mechs and a lot of cards, a lot of value for money in there. But this box, if you're just starting out and you want to play classic Battletech, I think playing the arena is going to be a fun way to play. So again, there's not a lot in this box to cover. It's pretty expensive if you're going to import it to the UK. Stateside, you guys, I would recommend just picking it up as a starter set. It's pretty good for what it is. It's not going to be amazing, but there you go. If you enjoyed this episode of Two Man Matter, don't forget to like and subscribe to keep up to date with videos every week, and check the link in the description below for links to our social media and for ways to help support the channel. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next episode.